Let me ask you something. When you're scrolling these days, does your feed just feel a little off? Like you're walking through a space that used to be packed with people, but now it's just quiet. Kind of eerie, right?
Well, guess what? You're not crazy. That feeling is absolutely real. What you're scrolling through is a feed that's been filled up with what experts are calling AI slop. This low quality, basically ultra processed content that's made for clicks, not for actual human connection. It's turned our digital town squares into ghost towns.
Look, this isn't just in your head. It's a massive shift, and it's signaling the end of an era. So today, we're going to break down the data, the causes, and what could come next. We're looking at the end of social media as we've known it. And this goes way beyond just a feeling. The actual numbers, the data, they tell a really clear and pretty fascinating story. Let's dig into the evidence. All right, burn this year into your memory, 2022. According to a huge analysis by the insights company GWI, that was the year. That was the moment global time spent on social media hit its absolute peak. And right after that peak in 2022, it started to fall. And not just a little bit. I mean, we're talking about a study of 250,000 adults across more than 50 countries. It found that daily usage had dropped by nearly 10%. It's like the party's officially winding down. But here's what's really interesting. Who's heading for the exits first? It's the people who grew up with the stuff, teens, 20-somethings. The heaviest users are literally the first ones to start pulling back. Okay, but here's where the story gets a little weird. There's a twist. This trend isn't happening everywhere. In North America, usage is actually still going up, hitting levels a full 15% higher than in Europe by 2024. So yeah, it's a major outlier in this whole story of digital burnout. So the big question is, why? Why is this all happening? Let's break down the two big forces that are making the whole experience so much worse for all of us. First up, we have to talk about this term from technology writer Cory Doctorow. It's called Enshittification, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's that process we've all seen where a platform starts out great for users, then it shifts to serve advertisers, and finally it just serves itself. And the whole time, the experience for us just gets worse and worse. This quote from James O'Sullivan over at University College Cork just nails it. The feed doesn't feel crowded with people anymore. It just feels crowded with content. Basically, they've engineered the people right out of the picture. And you can see this shift in why we even log on anymore. I mean, check this out. The data shows that since 2014, the number of people using social media to actually connect with friends, it's dropped by over a quarter. So what's its main purpose now? Just killing time. And the second big problem is what's filling that empty space. That's the AI slop. Think of it like digital junk food. Seriously, it hits you with a quick shot of dopamine, it's super easy to consume, but there's nothing there. It's totally empty, just designed to keep your thumb moving. So you've got worse content, fewer connections, and all of that has created another huge crack in the system. The whole influencer economy is starting to burst. And when you look at the numbers, man, it is just brutal. Even on TikTok, which is supposed to be the king of engagement, rates fell 35% in just 1 year. And on places like Instagram and X, we're talking less than 1% engagement. It's pretty much a flat line. And this isn't just about numbers on a screen. It's because the trust is gone, completely. Get this, a 2024 study found that a whopping 78% of young consumers trust what their friends say way, way more than some sponsored post from an influencer. That trust has just vanished. So what's happening is that the whole idea of authenticity is changing. It's not about feeling like you have a real connection with a creator anymore. Nope. Now it's just about entertainment that feels authentic to a brand. The relationship is just openly commercial and everybody knows it. All right. So if everyone's getting tired of these giant public squares, where are they all going? Well, this is what the experts are calling the great unbundling. What we're seeing is this huge migration. People are ditching the chaotic, algorithm-fueled mess of the main feeds, and they're moving into what one writer beautifully called a billion little gardens. We're talking about smaller, private, more intentional places, right? Like Discord servers, group chats, newsletters.
And what this is really is a total reversal of what we value online. The goal isn't to get 1 million followers who don't care. The new goal is to build real trust and a genuine connection with, say, 100 people in a community that you actually chose to be a part of.
Okay, so all of this brings us to the biggest, most important question of all. If the old way is broken, how do we build something better? And this isn't about just complaining or logging off for good. It's about being proactive. It's about actually designing a digital world that's built for humans to thrive in, not just to have their attention harvested. And the good news is, smart people are already coming up with some really powerful ideas. Things like building architectures of intention that make us think instead of just react, or demanding that we have a choice over our algorithms like it's a basic civic right. How about treating these giant platforms like public utilities that need real oversight? And maybe, most important, treating digital literacy like a public health issue. You see the common thread here? Every single one of these ideas is about one thing: a massive rebalancing of power. It's about yanking control away from these giant opaque systems and giving it back to us, the users, the communities. At the end of the day, the feed, it's really just a mirror. A warped one, for sure, but it's just reflecting our own impulses back at us. So the end of social media as we know it, that's actually a huge opportunity. It's a chance to build a whole new mirror. And the only real question left is, what do we actually want to see in it?